Are you interested in the canyons at Castle Pines, Colorado? Well, that's what we're talking about today, and we're getting started right now. Hey everyone, I'm Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver at Keller Williams in Denver, Colorado. Today we're talking about the canyons in Castle Pines, Colorado, a master plan community developed by Shea Homes. The canyons is not open yet, there are not models yet, but there has been a lot of anticipation and excitement around this community. But what is open is the priority list. That opened on July 13th, 2019, and will stay open until July 26th. So number one, the priority list is open. If you want to be on it, now is the time. Number two, here are some key dates. So the priority list opened on July 13th. The priority list for the lottery will stay open until July 26th. On July 27th, Shea Homes is going to hold a priority event. And then on August 10th, they're going to release their very first lots. How do you get on the priority list? That's number three. Why, you might ask, would you want to have an agent or a realtor represent you when you're working with new construction and a builder? Well, if you were to buy an existing home, the Colorado approved contract would be what we call buyer friendly. That is not the case when you work with a builder. The builder contracts are very builder friendly. And so it's very much to your advantage to have an agent who's read the contract, who understands the process, and who can advocate for you throughout the process. So I very much encourage you to have an agent that you trust, that you've interviewed, who knows the construction process inside and out, and ideally has even worked with this builder before. So that's the first thing they have up here on the top of the list. The next thing they ask is if you've been a previous Shea homeowner. Shea gives a discount for folks who have actually built from scratch with them before. So back up to those dates that we talked about in number two, the July 27th event, and then the August 10th release. How do these work? Well, the July 27th event is a little bit like a party. That's what Shea wants it to be. They want it to be exciting. Not everyone loves it, but it is an event. So anyone who has put their name on the priority list from July 13th through July 26th, which is the cutoff date, and then comes to the event on the 27th, their name is in a hat, in a bowl, essentially, and then the sales representative will start drawing these names out of the hat, one at a time. And the first name comes out, and it's, say mine, Alyson Wahl. And I would go over to another bowl, probably one that's dark, black, I can't see in, and I draw a number out. And that becomes my number for quite a while, but not permanently. So if there were 80 people that put their names in for the Luxe collection, because you have to put your name on the list for each collection, and they pull my name first, I go over to the bowl, I have an equal chance of pulling number 1, number 33, or number 80. And then they'll just keep pulling names until they get down to the last one. Not everyone's going to show up for the event, so not every number will get drawn. And so people who were number 80 are going to get bumped up because there are going to be numbers that never got picked. And things just kind of get shuffled around. So ultimately, at the end of the event, they may end up with 50 people that have a number. Then the event closes, and anyone who shows up after the 27th and adds their name to the priority list, because the list does continue on all throughout the time that Shea sells homes, just gets added on in order, first come, first serve. So there'll be number, 50, 40, I don't know, 41, 42, 43. So that's how the priority list works with Shea. Now, the lot release that is going to happen on August 10th is all based on those original numbers. So each collection is going to have 4 to 5 homes that are already under construction to be released, and 2-3 dirt release lots that are going to come out. And those are going to go by number. Person numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, and 8 are going to have their choice of what's available. If they pass, it just keeps going down the line. So that is what it looks like to be on a priority list with Shea. People drop out all the time. They decide to buy a home somewhere else. They decide to stay where they are. Life happens, they move to another state. So people who are far down a list, they can even be at number 500, 600, move up well past someone who's at number 65. Because number 65 might be waiting for a lot with a view in the very back of the neighborhood, knowing that they want to build in a certain location 3 years from now. Which brings me to my last point. This is number 4 or 5. Point 4, point 5. I don't know. If you have an interest in moving into the canyons between now and the next 5 years, and you have the means to put $3,500 down to secure your spot, I would highly encourage you to do it, because you're very early up in the priority list and you maintain that spot for the duration of the time that Shea is building homes. So you can pass on a lot and it goes to the next person, but you stay at the front of the line. And the next time there's a lot release, you can pass on that lot, stay at the front of the line, and it just goes to someone else. All the way until you get to your dream lot that is maybe up in the back or up against open space or in a certain neighborhood along a park, and you keep your spot in the front of the line. So if this is a dream of yours, something you're thinking about, the money is fully refundable at any point in time at which you take your name off the list, but you get priority. Now you know all about the priority list with Shea Homes and the canyons at Castle Pines. If I can answer any other questions for you, I would love to. I really enjoy new construction. I love helping families find their dream home with existing homes and new construction. Please feel free to contact me, text me, or email me and ask me anything that you would love to know. As I said, there are 5 builders that will be building in the canyons, and we'll talk more about those in future videos, so stay tuned. If you liked what you saw today, please hit the subscribe button down below. I put out new videos every week on Thursdays, and you don't want to miss it, because if I do say so myself, it's kind of good stuff. I can't wait to see you again soon. See you next time. Today we're talking about Castle